evening, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. Well, we begin tonight with a total loss. That is how Coeur d'Alene police are describing what is left of one of their buildings after an early morning fire yesterday.
KREM 2's Cody Proctor spent today talking with police about the impact of this loss. She joins us live now with more. Cody?
Well, Mark and Whitney, it's been about 36 hours since that fire started early yesterday morning. Just right off in the distance, you can see what is left of what is now a shell of a building. Rubble and debris are all that remain of Sergeant Jared Renault's office.
You see some of the offices.
After a Sunday morning fire burned down a Coeur d'Alene Police Department building.
And at the point that the firefighters got here, there wasn't a whole lot they could do, and the building is a complete loss.
The building housed the agency's IT department as well as animal control and code enforcement, along with much of their specialty equipment, including a SWAT vehicle, their incident command trailer, and riot gear. However, police say they did not store any ammunition inside the building. Sergeant Renault says the average person will likely see a minimal impact to their safety, but officers will feel the loss in their day-to-day operations, especially for the downtown and traffic divisions. That's because the fire burned all of the department's motorcycles and bikes, including their brand new e-bikes.
Obviously now they won't be on bikes, they might literally be on foot downtown. And so we'll still have officers downtown.
The fire comes at a tricky time for Coeur d'Alene police. Sergeant Renault says the department outgrew their main building years ago. Now with this loss, they'll have to scramble to find space for everyone.
We'll be cramped, but we'll make it work and until we can rebuild and recover from this.
Now, the Idaho State Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause of this fire. Right now, police expect it'll take at least a week before they get those results back. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
All right, Cody, thank you very much. Staying in Kootenai County, home prices continue to rise in North Idaho, as reported by our news partners of the Coeur d'Alene Press. The average price of a home in Kootenai County now at $525,000.
So that is a slight increase from last year. According to a report from the Coeur d'Alene Regional Realtors, more than 880 homes were sold in Kootenai County as of May of this year. That's a 10% increase from the same time period last year.
This all comes as mortgage rates continue to limit what buyers can afford. Right now, the average 30-year fixed mortgage interest rate sits at just over 7%.
A man accused of a shooting in downtown Spokane on Friday night made his first appearance in court.
Hoyt Webb is facing first-degree assault charges. According to newly filed court documents, Webb claims he was in downtown live streaming homeless people for his YouTube channel. According to court documents, police reviewed that live stream and say an argument broke out between the victim and Webb. Webb is seen walking back to his car where he grabs a gun.
Court records show the victim was running at Webb. That's when the gunshots are heard. The victim was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. No word on his condition tonight. Webb's bond has been set at $75,000.
In the meantime, Spokane police investigating a reported shooting outside the Northtown Mall on Sunday night. Police say several cars were hit by bullets and they found bullet casings on the ground. No one was hurt.
Police believe several people were involved, but they haven't announced any arrests yet. The mall did remain open during the investigation.
Now to a construction alert for drivers on Spokane's South Hill.
Yeah, the city is warning everyone to prepare for long delays because of road work on 29th, among many other projects planned. Today, city crews will be paving between Ray and Ivory Streets. As the grind and overlay work is continuing, a section of Regal Street from 29th to 34th will also be closed.
And tomorrow morning, drivers should prepare for closures on the Cheney-Spokane Road. That'll begin just south of the retail area at US 195 and continues to Cedar Road. That project will focus on supporting water capacity improvements in the area.
If you would like a list of detours, you can just head to our website, krem.com.
All right, time to talk weather on this beautiful Monday. More sunshine and warm temperatures continue to dominate the forecast.
Love it so far. Let's get right to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, tracking winds returning to the area. Jeremy?
Yeah, it seems like we get a brief break and then the wind is right back. We've got 2 bouts of it this week, but despite those big bouts, there are breezy days. There's a difference between wind and a breeze in this forecast. Beautiful scene over Silver Mountain. If you haven't get outside. It's a perfect day to do so, and it has been for the past few. Our temperatures have been rather warm and are still rather warm. 80 here in Spokane and Deer Park, 78 up in Coeur d'Alene right now, 75 in Sandpoint, and mid and upper 80s out in central Washington. That summer-like heat is fixed to last one more day, and then we eventually get our frontal boundary. There it sits just off the coast. You can almost trace it already right there. And as that moves in, it's going to bring us wind ahead of the drop in temperatures, but Wednesday's drop is just brief. Wind advisories are in place tomorrow from Chelan to Wenatchee, Grand Coulee down into Moses Lake and up the mountain to about Ellensburg. Wind in that region is going to blow at 40 to 50 miles per hour. For us here in Spokane, think 35 to 45 miles per hour. By Wednesday, it calms down, and Thursday gives us the calmest day of wind all week long before we wind up getting a pretty big shift in the overall weather pattern by Friday. Tomorrow, still warm despite some of that wind. 82 degrees with isolated showers up in the mountains, but those are far off to the north. Mostly sunny Wednesday and a bit warmer on Thursday.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Evacuations are underway right now in Chelan County, where the Pioneer Fire has burned at least 300 acres.
Today, a new incident management team is taking command of the fire that's burning about 30 miles up lake from Chelan. A level 3 evacuation order is in place for the Rex Creek area and a level 1 evacuation for the north shore of Lake Chelan between Canoe Creek and Meadow Creek. Chelan County Emergency Management is warning hikers to stay away from the Lakeshore Trail, which is unusable between Prince Creek and Meadow Creek.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. However, officials suspect a structure fire is what started it, and then it spread from there to the wildland. Also, over the weekend, fire crews put a stop to an 18-acre brush fire near Chattaroy. That was on Saturday. According to the Department of Natural Resources, multiple air and ground units responded to the fire.
So on your screen right there is video from a viewer driving by that fire as it tore through an open field, kicking up smoke. Thankfully, no buildings were burned down and no evacuations had to be put into place.